Mossad's Iran nuclear heist plan appears to have been leaked in unprecedented detail, offering the first real glimpse into how Israel prepared for the 2018 archive raid. Israel's intelligence service is reported to have used a hidden training ground abroad to rehearse the Iran nuclear archives operation, revealing a secret layer of planning long kept from public view. An African country allegedly hosted a full mock drill for the Iran raid, after a former Mossad chief dropped the bombshell that agents practiced on a life-size replica of the target facility. Inside Israel's secret dress rehearsal before the infamous 2018 Iran nuclear heist, operatives trained to crack massive safes, grab nuclear files, and escape, all before ever setting foot in Tehran. Israel conducted a dress rehearsal for its 2018 operation to break into Iran's secret nuclear archive, staging a full mock version of the raid before the real heist took place. Former Mossad chief Yossi Cohen has revealed that the agency ran a full-scale drill in an African country, preparing agents for the January 2018 nuclear files operation under realistic conditions. The rehearsal prepared the agents for the daring January 2018 nuclear files operation. The rehearsal trained the team to handle every stage of the mission, using a life-sized replica of the Tehran facility, complete with huge, heavy steel safes like those they would face in Iran. Breaking into those safes required specialized flamethrowers capable of reaching about 3,600 degrees Celsius, giving operatives just enough time to cut into them during the tight overnight window. Cohen said holding such a rehearsal inside Israel would have risked exposure and leaks, so Mossad chose a foreign location where the drill could remain fully covert. He did not identify the African country used for the secret rehearsal, and has declined to confirm or deny speculation pointing to Morocco. Some speculative reports focused on Morocco, however, there was no independent evidence to confirm it. Some reports note that Morocco joined the Abraham Accords while Cohen was Mossad chief. Israel is known to maintain quiet security ties with several African states beyond public view, providing plausible venues for sensitive training operations. The 2018 raid itself is widely regarded by analysts as a turning point in the U.S. Iran standoff, because it produced extensive documentary evidence about Tehran's past nuclear work. Mossad operatives reportedly spent 6 hours and 29 minutes inside Iran's secret archive facility during the operation, working against the clock to open safes and extract files. Even after the break-in, the team remained undetected for nearly 2 additional hours, giving them a narrow margin to escape with the material. Agents removed entire shelves of original Iranian nuclear documents and CDs, according to subsequent accounts, rather than just copying records on site. Donald Trump later cited Israel's revelations from the archive as part of his justification for withdrawing from the 2015 Iran nuclear deal. The collapse of that Obama-era agreement set the stage for years of escalating U.S. Iran tensions, eventually contributing to the later open conflicts between the two sides. A geopolitical analyst warns that peace talks held in Switzerland nearly escalated into a kind of assassination crisis, arguing that the high-stakes diplomatic setting was dangerously close to being upended by covert plots that could have triggered a major international incident during sensitive negotiations. Pepe Escobar, the geopolitical analyst, claimed that Pakistani intelligence intercepted what he described as a Mossad plan, alleging that Islamabad services detected and disrupted a covert operation that might otherwise have had serious diplomatic and security consequences amid the talks. Escobar further asserted that Israel's Mossad had plotted to assassinate Pakistan Army Chief Asim Munir, an allegation presented as part of his analysis and one that, if substantiated, would represent a dramatic escalation with far-reaching implications for regional stability and the mediating role Pakistan was playing. According to those reports, Pakistan then reportedly sent Israel a stark retaliatory message, threatening to wipe them off the map, a blistering diplomatic warning intended to deter further covert actions and to communicate the grave consequences of targeting Pakistani national security leaders. It is worth remembering that Pakistan and Qatar have been serving as mediators between the United States and Iran in efforts to negotiate a peace deal, a diplomatic role that placed both countries at the center of sensitive shuttle diplomacy and made any security breach especially perilous for the broader negotiation process. In April 2026, Pakistan's Defense Minister Khawaja Asif publicly lashed out at Israel, adding to the diplomatic temperature and underscoring Islamabad's willingness to voice strong criticism of Israeli policy in the region amid high tensions and contested narratives. Khawaja Asif used his X account to label Israel evil and a curse for humanity, a forceful condemnation that signaled deep frustration and moral outrage, while also reflecting how social media has become a platform for senior officials to shape international perceptions rapidly. As part of his outbursts, Khawaja Asif also accused Israel's leadership of committing what he described as a genocide in Lebanon, an incendiary charge that further inflamed rhetoric and complicated diplomatic interactions at a moment when Pakistan was attempting to balance mediation responsibilities with domestic and regional political pressures. Pakistan has claimed that the emerging U.S. Iran agreement could accelerate Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's political troubles and weaken his position at home. Defense Minister Khawaja Asif alleged that Israel is actively working to undermine the developing agreement, according to reports carried by Press TV. According to Asif, a successful U.S. Iran deal would amount to a major strategic setback for Israel and its broader regional objectives. Khawaja Mohammad Asif said, and I quote, "The Zionist regime is desperate to derail the peace agreement between the United States and Iran. Reaching this understanding can bring about the political demise of Netanyahu and may even result in his arrest." Unquote. Khawaja Asif said that lasting peace between Iran and the United States could weaken Prime Minister Netanyahu's political position. According to Asif, Israel is concerned about the diplomatic momentum generated by the breakthrough agreement between Washington and Tehran. The Pakistani minister claimed that the Israeli government has a strong interest in preventing the agreement from succeeding. Asif described the U.S.-Iran understanding as a significant achievement that could contribute to greater regional stability. He also argued that Pakistan's mediation efforts helped create the conditions that made progress between Tehran and Washington possible. Asif accused Israel of benefiting politically from continued instability and conflict across the Middle East. He said a lasting peace agreement would challenge the narrative that has helped sustain Netanyahu's leadership for years. Pakistan reiterated its support for diplomatic efforts aimed at reducing tensions and preventing further conflict in the region. Asif concluded by saying that the outcome of the agreement could fundamentally reshape the political landscape of the Middle East.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry guards.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.